Hello buddies, today I will demonstrate to you how to create such an island using a stretch ceiling. You can certainly do it with backlighting, you can do it without backlighting. These are the two profiles I used in this design. Naturally, in order for us to do all this within the radius, it is necessary to saw the profile. And here arises such a question that if you will be making such a circle as I showed you, you will only need to cut it with a miter saw, because a curve thickness is needed so that you can bend the profile. And if you do the opposite, make a diameter that is large enough, you can saw through it with a hacksaw. Well, of course, you will need to do a lot of sawing, but nevertheless this can even be done with a saw. To guarantee that this island is positioned at a sufficient distance from the main ceiling, I implemented such a profile design as a measure of precaution. Got such a construction. Here inside I attached it to the corners. So, first we just stretch the ceiling with you. Naturally, in the places where the structure will be installed, we need to make anchor points that will be firmly and securely attached to the main ceiling. Subsequently, once we have stretched the ceiling, we proceed to affix our structure securely to the corners of the room. Now concerning the technique for fastening this structure. Naturally, we cut it as I already mentioned earlier in my explanation. So, at approximately this point, after a distance of 2 centimeters, I proceeded to saw. And to ensure that the structure does not move, I decided to glue the separate parts together. By doing so, we can create a single radius here and then proceed to make a second radius. So we will adhere them now. Allow me to do it promptly. You have the option to apply the adhesive without delay. Regular super glue. Make a small adjustment to the response part and then we will all press it simultaneously along with you. Ensure that we are all in sync and coordinated during the pressing process. The main thing is to press with the right side. In this manner. Therefore, I completed the entire circle in exactly the same way. And at what distance to stick this black response part, it already depends on what distance you want to get to your ceiling. It is stuck a little higher for me. Here I am now, as you can see, stuck flush. That's it. So you see, this structure now holds its shape. And once again, I reiterate, that is, I initially extended the primary ceiling, behind which I created blanks from a timber in the appropriate locations, and subsequently, after sensing these blanks, pre-adhered them with reinforcing tape to ensure the integrity of our ceiling. I proceeded to install our structure on the corners. This is the construction that turns out. If you are going to create this island with lighting, then of course you need to provide power there. You can place the power supply either behind the stretch ceiling, but then it will not have very good access. Therefore, it is better to place it in some place, easier to get. For example, even if it's behind a stretch ceiling, place it somewhere along the wall, where it will be more easily accessible. So you have the ability to bend the profile in this area and change the power supply in case it breaks. Furthermore, if you place the power supply on this island, then there is definitely much more challenging access. And here, friends, if you take an LED strip as simply a backlight, not the main color but a low power one like 4 to 6 watts, then in principle you can easily stick it on any PVC surface without any issues or complications whatsoever. So it will not heat up significantly, and already a power output of more than 9 watts is considered undesirable. And once more you observe, if you opt for the most affordable LED strip, then it possesses a remarkably thin base which practically does not dissipate heat, whereas the pricier LED strip features a thicker base. And if you take a wattage of 6 for example, then you can easily attach it onto plastic. If you utilize a more powerful LED strip, you will also require to install some additional aluminum strip in this location and affix it to the LED strip. Then attach the LED strip. You can make such a design with both an external diameter and vice versa. The primary structure will be positioned beneath the perimeter, while the interior section, equipped with lighting, will ascend. The primary structure will be located below the perimeter, while the interior section, which is illuminated, will rise. You have the choice to do it this way or that way, and it's up to you. So this is what it looks like externally, like mine, so this part of the circle. And in the case that you do it internally, then naturally everything bends inward and then sticks together. In principle, everything will remain unchanged, only in this case the outer part is covered, the outer radius is considered, and you will obtain the inner radius. In order for my structure to be truly circular, I used an old piece of linoleum on which I drew the diameter I needed. Subsequently, I affixed it using super glue along the entire border of this marker, ensuring a secure and durable attachment. I adhered my cut profile and then adhered the inner part, and as a result, I achieved a practically flawless circular shape. The main ceiling was stretched, starting with fixing the corner, which of course was not very convenient to do in one go. However, I used a strut for support. I immediately screwed it onto one corner, installed another strut on the opposite side, and then added the remaining corners. Once the structure was in place, I glued the ring, released the wires, connected the LED strip, and of course, made sure to test its functionality. Finally, I stretched the ceiling to complete the installation and ensure a smooth and visually appealing finish. Everything turned out absolutely great, but I did not turn on the backlight. And right here, my dear friends, I am genuinely curious if you noticed the mistake that I made. And the catch is that when we activate the LED backlight, we are able to achieve such an effect that the light shines through. The view through the gaps is extremely terrible, evoking a sense of despair and hopelessness. We possess these gaps, and they are of sufficient thickness. Additionally, the light penetrates through them, resulting in the creation of light stripes on this particular island. This is bad, and this is the moment I missed. So, where these gaps are, it was necessary to initially seal all this with aluminum tape so that light would not pass through. That is the reason why I disassembled this ceiling. I employed aluminum tape and sealed all of these joints to ensure a tight and secure fit. Then the ceiling was stretched back and everything turned out great. The light doesn't shine anywhere. Everything looks cool. To stretch this canvas, I utilized such a spatula. Thus, it is a typical narrow chisel, somewhat bent. So you need to verify to ensure that it fits properly into this designated slot. So, you took the canvas and initiated. When stretching, we act in the precise same manner as we do on any level where we have no power or control. So we pull the fabric up as much as possible with our hands, a harpoon-like tool. In the same way, we also transfer it by hand and then insert it with a spatula-like instrument. We make an effort to avoid driving in one direction. That is, it is most convenient to refuel in a row, but then you will have a considerable amount of extra fabric in a particular place. So refuel more effectively in smaller portions. Attempt to do it evenly in order to prevent the formation of large pockets in the stretch ceiling. The outcome of my efforts ended up being quite satisfactory. At present, you are observing it. I attempted to demonstrate and explain everything in this video so that you can replicate this structure using your own hands. And with that, my companions, I say goodbye to you. Farewell everybody, best of luck until we reunite once more.